Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Funsize, and today we are taking on the second stage of the Red Ribbon Army, Red Zone, of course, with no items. And I said that I wasn't gonna go back to this team anytime soon, hopefully, but it looks like we had to because, well, I'm gonna be honest, 19 and 20. I went to use a different team, and it was a non-optimal or suboptimal Wicked Bloodline team, and I was going to record that for you guys just to switch it up, but no, that wasn't happening. They did not allow that to happen because they absorbed key-based supers, and a lot of the supers that I was doing with the Wicked Bloodline, well, they were key-based. So just to save time, I went ahead and just used this team because I only have so many attempts as well. So let's use this team. I know it's boring, Vegeta and Trunks, but let's use it and let's jump in, boys. Okay. okay. Now, as far as like the difficulty goes, it wasn't that this was like really difficult to do. Like the fight itself, that wasn't it. That was not my problem. My problem was when they become one character, right? Because I did do this quite a few times. When they become one character and it's just the two of them, that's when things get a little bit more, little tricky, because they do absorb the key-based supers, and for some reason the Wicked Bloodline, most of the good characters, minus Cooler, like everybody else, like all the Friezas and everything, they all do key-based supers. And I was like, wow, thanks for just healing back 3 million damage out of the 5 we just did. Thank you. Oh, nice dodge. Nice dodge. That's what I like to see. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of annoying, and I was like, well, I've only got like one more attempt because I just used them all trying to get that team, and a couple of others that I was trying to do. But anyway, yeah, that didn't work out too well. So I just went ahead and used this team, and I mean, I was gonna, use this team eventually anyway. But for the next one, I'll try to definitely use a different team, because I do get tired of looking at this team. Like, don't get me wrong, the team is great. The team is fantastic. I love the team in itself. But it's time for some variety. It helps sometimes, especially when I have to make content like this, and there's nothing else for me to really touch on at the moment. Yeah, I need different things to look at. I need something else to look at, because this is like 7, 8 videos now with just these characters. Yeah, time to spruce it up a bit. I mean, I think last video we used a different team, right? But I want to also point out something, like this team, the reason why I use it so much is because it's just that good. Like it's head and shoulders above every other team in the game. Every other team. Like, even the Power of Wishes team, like, it's above them. It's above them because the leaders are great, but they're great solo leaders. Or excuse me, not a solo leader, but they're great as a solo unit versus being 2 on a team. Like, Vegeta and Trunks, they're perfect for, their own leader skill. And the reason I say that is because they go in slot 1. If we had a slot 1, or if we had some of these 8th anniversary LRs that could go in slot 1 with no problem, okay, then I would say that they're either equal to or better, right? But they don't do that. And the way they're designed is they go in slot 2, which fits perfectly on Vegeta and Trunks' team, because guess what? Well, he goes in slot 1. So that's why, that's why I say that Vegeta and Trunks is just, their team is absurd. They're just literally head and shoulders above everybody else. And using, like, let's say like a Wicked Bloodline team and trying to do Red Zone, that, especially since mine is like suboptimal, that's, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. It's so hard. Like, using all of these other teams, it's so much more difficult. It's so difficult. Now I'm thinking they're gonna do one of two things as far as future, like, characters come into the game. They're either going to, one, try to catch everybody else up, like all the other categories, for the next, like, maybe year, maybe 2, I don't know. but I think that they're going to be trying to buff all these other categories so that they're up to snuff, right? Because as of right now, only like the Saiyans are able to do red zone consistently, like super easy, like nothing, right? Like this is obviously this is pretty much a Saiyan team, like Vegeta and Trunks. Like let's be real, Power Up Bond and like parent and child, like all the Gohans, all the Vegetas and Gokus that are actually worth running. Like that's what it is. Like that's what it is. But everything else past that, when you start to get into specific categories, like let's say like the Super Saiyan 3 category and you know the Kamehameha category and what like just a bunch of other stuff, it becomes much more apparent and much more difficult to run those characters because they're just not good, man. It's not that they're not good, but it's more along the lines of what they're fighting is really difficult for what they are designed like, right? Like for what they are, it's just the red zone is too strong. Because one, it's short, right? It's not very long content. It's not drawn out by any means. Well, unless you're using some of these teams, because the characters in red zone can be very tanky. They have a lot of HP and all that stuff. But it's not made this way as far as these anniversary LRs and stuff because they're so offensively strong. Like all the offensively strong characters just happen to be on this team as well, so they just melt through the health bars, and you're just like, oh, you know, my my tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know, he could do that. The 130 leader after his EZA, he could do that. No, he can't. He cannot. You're not bringing that character into red zone, and that's just I'm picking on him as an example. Like you're not taking any of these old characters. Oh wow, that was still a lot of damage. That was still a lot of damage, and I have seen them do over 1 million damage to a character. Granted, they have type advantage, or they had type advantage when I saw it, but yeah, Cooler, like the Metal Cooler, the leader for Wicked Bloodline, the Carnival LR, that guy, yeah, he got supered for like 1.2 million. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, we ate it and revived though, but you know, you wouldn't know that unless I told you, because you know, you there's no way, there's no evidence, there's no proof. This is all folklore, you know. But anyway, yeah. I feel like they're gonna just keep catching people up or catching other categories up, which is cool. But then that leaves the categories that already can do it just kind of out to dry. Like, oh, they can already do it, you know. So it doesn't really matter. Or whatever you got in there, get rid of it. I'm tired of clearing my throat, please. Well, anyway, yes, I feel like this is a good idea, but also kind of a bad idea to catch everybody else up. Honestly, if you're gonna drive the meta of the game this hard with red zone and everything, honestly, just keep making characters that are better than what we have, and then it will gradually, you know, become where Vegeta and Trunks is the bottom, and then something else is even better. And I'd like that much more, I think, versus just trying to catch everybody else up to the Vegeta and Trunks level. That's dumb. I don't like that. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my rambling in the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that good stuff for me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.